Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Unorthodox Car Guys. And on this episode today, I'm going to be doing the 5 things I love about my 2016 Scion FRS. Alright, number 1. The first thing I love most about my Scion FRS is the fact that it is a great looking car. For the amount of money you're spending on this car, it is probably one of the coolest looking cars you can buy for money today. Not many cars you can buy for that kind of money and it looks that good, where it blends in with kind of both crowds. I call it the Mazda Miata effect. It blends in with a lot of people who looks like you spent a lot more, but at the same time, you can go into a little more like a normal area, not stick out too much. It has that right sort of balance, so it meets its money mark quite well. And it meets one other thing. I love from the 80s and 90s cars with nice hips. And that's like cars like the Toyota Supra and one of my favorites, the Porsche 944. And there's nothing more than you like hips. Come on, we all like a nice set of hips. I'm just looking at Rick in the background, he's like rubbing his hips. The second thing I love most about the Scion FRS, regardless of whatever it is from as early as 2013 up until 2017 now, as well as the BRZ, is the fact that for how affordable it is, you have such a good handling car. You can go and tackle a curvy back road and you don't even need to spend a lot of money on the modifications. Right out of the box, it is just ready to run, go have some smiles, and it's all about the smiles per gallon. Number 3 on the list. Now, this is something that's pretty important when you're going and making like a big purchase such as a car. And one thing I really love most about it is the fact that it is a realistic car you can drive with every day besides actually having fun. And what I mean by that is it's got 4 seats. Yes, I know the back seats are kind of a little cramped, but I know I got some big friends. They do fit in the back seat. So if you can't fit back there, it's your own damn fault. And it's got a very spacious trunk. So, I mean, I'm a mechanic. I work at 2 different jobs. I carry around tools and shit like that, and I got plenty of room for that shit and groceries. So, I mean, if you can't fit anything else in there, you're doing it wrong, because I can fit everything back there. It's good on gas mileage as long as you're not, driving like a total dick, and it's got a 5-star crash test rating because Subaru. So, I mean, you can't get any more practical as a sports car as that unless you're going for picking something from back in the 80s, 90s, and we don't have many cars like that are this fun and for that type of price and being that practical, unless you step into something like, front-wheel drive now. Number 4, one really important thing as a car enthusiast and someone who just enjoys driving the back roads is the actual driving feel and like experience feedback from your steering, your pedals, your seating position, everything, where they really did their R&D, because the steering position is within a comfortable range between going back and forth between your shifter to the hands, and that's important because you tap a gear, you got to get back to the steering wheel. All right, don't want to sit on the shifter. And then you have your actual pedal distance from each other from your clutch, brake, and gas, where you can kind of do like a nice little dance with it without being too cramped, but it's not too far apart where you're like, "Aah!" So you can get what I'm understanding there. You know, if you actually like hop in a car, try to go, you know, trail brake and heel toe, that's where it really matters most. So this car is an absolute winner in terms of driver feedback. And on top of that, the fact that it's got an electric steering rack and you actually do feel like you have some sort of feedback from it, and you don't really get that from many cars with electric steering racks. So big A+. Number 5, the final thing I can really say I really love about this car is just the fact that it came with a boxer engine in it. Not a lot of people did love that, but due to the fact that it has a boxer engine in it, it has a low center of gravity. So another thing adding to right out of the box, you can go and drive and tackle a back road without a huge amount of body roll. So it's got a great amount of comfort. This adds with the fact that you have a lower center of gravity, you can have a lower seating position, which adds to the feel of speed factor because you're closer to the road and you can have a nice comfortable bucket style seat, as well as the fact that because you're so low and the engine's so low, you don't have to have a massive high hood. You have a good visibility range of how low you're actually and sleek your hood is. So it adds that driving factor kind of like, as well as like a Miata or a classic British Roadster or something like that. So that is a final big thank you on the actual designers for going for that type of approach. And that's the 5 things I love most about my Scion FRS. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope this, helped you decide if you wanted to pick out a Toyota for yourself, or you're just curious about the ownership of having one of these cars. A little bonus in there: the cost of ownership on this car, despite the fact that it's a Subaru, is really not that expensive. It's very affordable on a daily basis in terms of maintenance and just overall costs. Insurance isn't too bad either, as long as you aren't driving like a dick. So thank you so much for watching the Unorthodox Car Guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Yeah, I know that's a thing now because YouTube kind of like whatever. But thank you so much, and keep up with the Unorthodox. We have so much more things to bring you, and shortly after this, we're going to also have the 5 things I hate about this car. So stay tuned. Rick, can you hit the stop camera button?
Where's that?
On the camera.
Good! Get the fucking nut!
Just stop recording and go around the circle on top.